From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
You want to go where to buy a new refrigerator? Steve's A to Z Appliance in Cottonwood? In Cottonwood? Just a 10-minute drive. And they'll save us money. New and used, honest, reliable, factory-trained repair service and parts, and they'll save us money. And dispose of this thing? We gotta make the short drive to Steve's A to Z. Thanks, son.
Steve's A to Z Appliance, front and main streets in Cottonwood. Drive a little, save a lot.
Well, that cooler air, it's in place. You may have noticed it out there today. You know, we saw a lot of sunshine, especially in the valley, but it didn't warm up a whole lot. And we've got these frosty mornings in store for us, especially in the mountains and a lot of these kind of inland valleys and the mountain valleys where that cooler air really sinks in. We're going to talk a bit about more of a frost advisory, but I don't think it's just going to be for one particular location. I think everyone in the mountains and especially some of those inland valleys could be dealing with some of those very cold temperatures in the early morning hours. So it's going to be cooler, but mainly dry for the rest of the week. However, a little bit of kink in there for your Thursday, and next week it's beginning to look a little bit more promising for some shower and some lower elevation snow. And I mean by that is, we're not going to be looking at valley snow, obviously, but we're going to be looking at maybe some of the lowest snow levels we've seen so far for this season, maybe sometime around Monday or Tuesday of next week, which we'll get into that here in a second. But you can see the cold and unstable air. There's the speckled clouds, right? So that colder air has pretty much moved in place. So typically with cold and unstable air, there are a few things and a few weather elements that we typically can associate with that. Number one, kind of that mixture of sun and clouds. You know, you start to see some of those puffy cumulus clouds like you see right here. And every once in a while, you'll see a disturbance in there that could really kind of maybe squeeze out some moisture and bring some showers and even thunderstorms like we saw yesterday, right? But today, just not quite as unstable as yesterday, and really, quite honestly, not as much moisture either. But you'll notice here, you see all this activity, see all these clouds and area of low pressure here and more activity. This is all moving in our direction and will impact us later this week. So let's take a look at futurecast. We'll show you what I'm talking about. Of course, here's today. You see the sunny skies for the valley for the most part, right? And of course, more clouds, but still fairly dry for the mountains. Now, as we go into your Wednesday, there you can see the sunny skies. Not only the valley, but I think the mountains and even the coast could see some of that clearing as well, making for a pretty nice day. Should actually be a little bit warmer. Now, Thursday, this is what I was talking about, that kink in the forecast. So here we go. As we go into Thursday, more clouds moving in, number one. This is noon. This is the leading edge of a weak system that's going to pass through. Now, will we see any rain in the valley? It's not out of the question. Is it going to be a lot? No, absolutely not. This is not a cancel your outdoor plan type of rain event coming in on Thursday. If anything, a lot of this may evaporate before reaching the ground. But you can see better chances for rain for places like Del Norte, Humboldt County, and not to mention making its way into Trinity County as well. So 3 p.m. on Thursday, again, you can see another little wave trying to push through. Could equate to a passing sprinkle, maybe just maybe a light shower, but otherwise most of it you see is off to the west. Then you can see as we go into Thursday, you see how it kind of dissipates before hitting the valley. So this is what leads me to believe we're just not going to see much, if anything, for the valley through the day on Thursday. Now Thursday night, we still have the showers out there, especially to the west. So Trinity County, Western Siskiyou, Del Norte, and Humboldt, seeing some light showers. But as we go into Friday morning, that's all pretty much gone. And we're looking at dry conditions. Should be dry for Friday, should be dry for Saturday and Sunday. Now, this particular forecast model is now beginning to agree a little bit more with the European forecast model. This model, up until just now, and up until this latest forecast model run, has kept it dry through Tuesday even. But now we're beginning to see that first push of rain coming in on Tuesday with this system. But the one with the European forecast model brings it in on Monday. So for now, I'm broad brushing that forecast still for Monday, Tuesday, with a chance for showers for everyone on Monday, Tuesday, but maybe bumping it up to a better chance as we get over the next couple of days. So you can see another system coming in behind that. That'll probably impact us next Wednesday and maybe some more activity coming in behind that as well. So looks like a little bit more of an active weather pattern possibly for next week. That's what it's looking like for now. So we'll certainly keep a close eye on for you and keep you updated, especially if you do have those outdoor plans. There you can see Going into Wednesday, those wave heights should finally really begin to drop. Should be better for those of you that do need to be out on those small boats. There you can see your winds from the north at 5 to 15 knots for tomorrow. Your waves from the west at 8 feet at about 11 seconds. Your high tide tomorrow morning just before 9 o'clock, and your low tide will be about just before 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Your sunrise at 6:54. Your sunset at 5:06. Tomorrow evening. All right, so I've got the frost alerts in here. This may change. We may see more, say, for Siskiyou County, maybe Trinity County, maybe even off to the east as well. Bottom line, it's going to be colder these next couple of mornings because that colder air is in place. We get that clearing skies, and that allows for temperatures to be even colder. I mean, so look at Trinity County. I mean, we're down to the upper 20s, low 30s. So yes, absolutely, frost is going to be a concern. So if you have any outdoor plants that need to be protected, do what you can to protect them. Of course, bring the pets inside as well. And now might be a good time to start thinking about protecting your pipes as well. There you can see out to the east, even colder, down into the teens and 20s for those overnight lows. And you can see it's pretty cold out in Siskiyou County. Now, not quite as cold in the valley tonight, but still dropping down. We could see some upper 30s in there, but for the most part in the low 40s. Tomorrow, it's warming up just a little bit from what we saw today. I'm expecting mid to even some upper 60s for some of the warmer spots in the valley, 40s and 50s in the eastern mountains, 50s for the most part in Siskiyou County, and for Trinity County, temperatures low 60s, mid 60s for the inland areas and those upper 50s out along the coast. All right, so looking at your 7-day outlook, what we're going to see here, of course, is mainly dry conditions. Now, I don't have any rain for you on Thursday for Mount Shasta, but it's going to be borderline. So we can't rule out maybe some activity on Thursday. But Alturas, Susanville, most likely you'll be dry. Don't be surprised if you see a stray sprinkle. Dry Friday, dry through the weekend, and there it is. Again, what I'm calling a broad brush forecast, a chance for rain. Be prepared for the potential, and it's beginning to look a little bit more promising for some wet weather going into early next week. Now, for the valley, I've got you dry as well through at least the weekend. But if we see a stray sprinkle or light shower on Thursday, wouldn't be surprised. But at this point, I wouldn't count on much. Friday, it's dry. Temperatures actually warming up a little bit over the weekend, and there's that chance for rain coming into Monday, Tuesday. All right, so now you can see Thursday, because it's going to hit the coast, hit the inland areas, and not to mention Trinity County, western Siskiyou County, we've got showers in the forecast for your Thursday. And those temperatures are going to stay in the right around 60-degree mark for Friday. Dry for your Veterans Day weekend. And then, of course, there's that chance for showers as we go into Monday and Tuesday of next week.